afternoon and welcome to Nosey Road, to what our announcer Stuart says is St Paul's Day, with the home debut and the first team debut of Paul Newlove. A big cheer as this lad comes out. But leading the Saints out this afternoon is match day mascot Charlotte Hughes, and it's Charlotte's day, isn't it, as well? She's 5 years of age. She attends Windleshaw Primary School. Her hobbies include swimming and dancing, watching the TV, also watching the Saints. She's out there with her favourite, Bobby Golding. Also a favourite is Sonny Nickel, but he's gone to pastures new. So big day for this young lady, Charlotte Hughes, out there with Bobby Golding. Now on to Paul Newlove, the big fella there, making his home debut. The leading, well, the greatest transfer in the market. Top transfer, beating Martin Offiah's £440,000 deal. So Paul Newlove, Saints team for this afternoon: David Lyon at fullback, Steve Prescott injured, Joey Hayes, Andy Northey, Paul Newlove and Anthony Sullivan in the three quarters, Carl Hammond and Bobby Gould in the half-back pairing, Fogarty, Cunningham and Leatham the front row, joint Perellini and Busby the back three, with Waring, Arnold, Morley and Pickavance on the bench. The Town side for this afternoon: Mark Johnson at fullback, Kevin Pape, Logan Campbell, Vince Fawcett and David Frace, Dean Marwood and Wayne Kitchen the half-back pairing, with Gary Schubert, Phil McKenzie, Roland Phillips the front row, Colin Armstrong, Billy McGinty and Jason Palmard the back three, with Mike Bethwaite, Lee Chilton, Paul Penrice and Raphael Filippo on the bench. The referee is Robert Connolly from Wigan. As I said, welcome to Nosey Road for this afternoon's Centenary Championship game against Workington Town. They'll be looking to avenge a 66-22 defeat at Derwent Park in September. Town beaten at home last Sunday in the Regal by Widnes. Saints won at Hull, but what a battle. And now we have a home game next Sunday against Halifax in the quarter-final. Both sides losing midweek. Saints went down at Sheffield 32-18. Workington went down at home to Castleford 16 points to 22. A host of media here this afternoon for Paul Newlove's debut. For the Saints, he'll want to do well, and he will do well, won't he? The lad's bound to be nervous. We're nervous for him. It's a poor day here at St Helens. Been raining quite heavily from early morning. Andy Northey. First touch, good yardage by Northey. Anthony Sullivan. Dean Marwood is at number 7. They gave us Wayne Kitchen at 7, but we can pick Marwood out, can't we? If there are any other alterations, we'll try and get them to you as the game goes on. Last tackle of the sequence. There's one here. The ball kicked upfield. Town have the possession. Good tackling. The Saints follow up. Oh, good running there. David Frace, I think the Frenchman, also given as 5 on our team sheet. Well, that's David Frace, and he took a knock there. So Kevin Pape will be at number 5. And David Frace is at 2. Contrary to what we was given before. Town have the ball, have the possession. The last tackle of the sequence. It's put downfield, it's out on the full. That'll be a turnover from where the ball was kicked. Kieran Cunningham attacked in half-back. Andy Leatham. Prop forward. Taking the ball up on a youngster, progressing through the game. Chris Joint. Comes through. Logan Campbell, one of the tacklers. Saints bring it blindside. Paul Newlove, first touch. Newlove again. Big cheer from the popular side, and no doubt throughout this Knowsley Road Stadium as the world record signing got the ball there. Fogarty up into the 20. Last one of the sequence. Move to Bobby Golding. Golding puts it low, chips it. Oh, it's Welting. Trace, I think, in possession. Gets out to the tackle. The town man making some good yardage. Took a knock over here. No, it's not Trace. I beg your pardon. Vince Fawcett. It was. Big lad Fawcett as well. Good drive. Town move it downfield. Chris Joint. Carl Hammond combine. Roland Phillips. Releases the ball. Kitchen over the top. Fawcett into the Saints half. Perolini comes up with the tackle. Blindside ploy. McKenzie turns it inside. Billy McGinty. Town go without for the possession. Kitchen it was that knocked it forward. How do you know? Joey Hayes. Saints moving it over to the left. Good run there by Hammond. Bit of a flop there as the Town man came in. Town urged to line up with the referee. Paul Newlove pushing out to the tackle, stretching those legs. Last one of the sequence. It's moved over to Bobby Golding again. Short kick through. Busby's chasing it. Busby got a foot to it. The ball still loose. Town come up with possession. But the referee's given a knock on. The referee's given a knock on with a Town feed. Well, Saints have the feed, I do beg your pardon. It's with Paul Newlove now. Drops it inside to Anthony Sullivan. Newlove brought the ball across. Well, nobody marking there. Saints a little slow getting up, and Carl Hammond did well. Andy Leatham ducks under the tackle. Second row man there, Colin Armstrong, went in for the tackle. Hammond, Perolini. He keeps it going, Saints. Oh, it must be in here. David Lyon slips it out to Andy Northey, and Northey in for the first try of the afternoon. 5 minutes gone. And both of these sides, Sheffield and Warrington, have beat the Saints this season, so I mean on the day, Town, the no duffers, but they've not had the rub of the green. They've only won, as I said, the 2 out of the 13 outings. And on paper, Saints should beat them comprehensively, but it doesn't always work that way, does it? Saints losing possession on the first tackle. Greasy conditions, as you can see there. Loose forward, Jason Palmada, the Australian, he going down, went down there. Billy McGinty juggles with it. Saints in the lead, 4 points to 0. 7 minutes gone on the clock. Colin Armstrong used as the foil. Wayne Kitchen moves over, penetrates the Saints 20. Perolini in there and Northey with the tackle. Dean Marwood, Roland Phillips. Phillips unloads, McGinty. Well, you can see the difficulty there. McGinty was into space. There was a big gap there had opened in the Saints defence, and McGinty couldn't capitalise on it. He lost his footing and he lost the possession as well. So a little bit of respite for the Saints. Northey from acting half, bringing it crossfield. Well, a little high there. Maybe Northey was losing his footing, but Logan Campbell came in. Saints keep the ball alive. Bobby Golding moves it over to the right, sees the gap, drives through it. Good tackle there. Armstrong across there. Perolini, the Terminator, pushes 2 out of the way, gains 15 metres in the process. Saints bring it left. Bobby Golding puts it high. The ball's loose. Newlove has it. He'll have to get shut of it. It goes to Chris Joint. Joint can't capitalise on it. It touched the Workington Town man, but the turnover will be instigated. I do apologise, just having a couple of technical problems, nothing that we hope we can't sort out as Town move downfield. Oh, good passing there as Town keep the ball moving. Palmada, good yardage, 30 metres from the Saints line. Town moving it, McKenzie ringing it blindside. Newlove wraps McKenzie up. Well, he looks as though he'd lost possession then. The touch judge says no. Kitchen puts it high to Tester. David Lyon takes it under pressure. Well, he's lost the ball. Is that a try? I think it is. The referee's looking. Yes, the try's given. Workington level the score, and they're going to go into the lead with this conversion, aren't they? Good tactics there from the Town. They put the ball high. Fawcett been credited with the try. Fawcett nipped in there, picked the ball up, touched it over the whitewash for the 4-pointer, and Marwood is going to be asked to tag the extras on, and he shouldn't have any difficulty, should he? On the 10-metre line, just slightly left of centre. Marwood slots it there, and Town in the lead. By 6 points to 4. Well, welcome to all our sponsors in the boxes, the directors in the boardroom, all in the promotions department. Big welcome to obviously another new face at St Helens, the new commercial executive, Andy Foreman. He's a red hot Saints fanatic. Also Barbara, Jean and Mike in the promotions. Monica and Alice, the general dogs bodies. Marion and Chris in the souvenir shop. Well, Marion's not in. She's unfortunately been in hospital again. I believe when they're giving out invites for the hospital Christmas party, Marion gets the first invite. She's been at the hospital that much. We'll get well soon, Marion. And also everybody else and anybody else that have missed. The Town have the possession. Marwood moves it left. Palmada. Oh, well taken there. Fogarty moved in. Had to take him man and ball, and he did. He clamped him. Hitchin, tactical kicking. Down to Anthony Sullivan. It's played and it's all on. Sullivan saw the gap. He went for it. Pape. One of the defenders. Newlove onto Sullivan. Sullivan keeps it in field. The strength of Newlove there. The buzz of excitement. Joint hits the straps. Oh, good ball to Busby. He just couldn't control it. Town come up with the loose possession. Newlove and Cunningham in at the tackle. McKenzie attacked in half. Danny Arnold warming up. Whether he's going to be replaced or put on in place of David Lyon. Arnold, yes he is. The number 1 board is being held up. And Danny Arnold. Big game for this lad. Obviously a lot of pressure this afternoon, even though Saints are playing the bottom of the table, Workington. Arnold on now, and David Lyon took a knock in the early minutes. Must have been in that when he went up for that high ball and then slid over the when he lost possession, and Town scored. Last one of the sequence. Town have the possession. They put it downfield. Danny Arnold and just let it go into touch as he does. Scrum down with a Saints feed. (6-4) the score in favour of Town. As I've just said, 13 minutes gone. So Danny Arnold, one class act this lad is. Comes Cunningham through the ranks here at St Helens. Big raps in the alliance. And well worthy of his inclusion in the Eric Hughes 17-man squad. No, they're just receiving treatment on the far side, was he? Or was he somebody having a word with him? Saints come up with possession. Joey Hayes. Saints with a dismal performance at the Don Valley midweek, as we know. But flu was rife going through the side, and it's no excuse. You've got to get on with the job. But obviously when your players are not feeling 100% fit, knocks the stuffing out of you, but beaten by a better side on the night. Cunningham scampers away. Support on his right. Perolini. The ball should have been moved out to the right, but Perolini brings it back. Cunningham again. Saints are spreading it. They've Hammond. Joint. Gives the dummy. Out to Sullivan. Sullivan with Arnold on his outside, but Sullivan is in. Oh, Sullivan, super try. And that lifts the Saints, doesn't it? After they've just gone behind. Class wing play from Anthony Sullivan. The league's leading try scorer with 21 now. 17 for the Saints and 4 for Wales. Puts Saints back in the lead at 8 points to 6. Super try. Well engineered in their own half. Good running by international second rower Chris Joint. He carved the hole in the Town defence. Slipped it out to Sullivan. He had one man to beat. And he took him on the outside. Saints with 2 tries to Northey, and Sullivan regained the lead. 8 points to 6 to score now. 15 minutes gone on the clock. The referee restarts, or waves time on. Town restart. Cunningham up to the 20. Saints still with a few injured players. Obviously still out of contention. Long term, Alan Hunt, Tommy Martin, Steve Prescott, they picked up an injury midweek. Scott Gibbs, he's still out. Veer Matautia, available for next Sunday's game. He completes his 3-match ban after today's game. And Saints put it crossfield. Fogarty. A catalogue of handling errors. But Saints in the lead. Newell put into a big hole by Golding. He releases it to Arnold. It's chipped on, it's all on. The referee has given a forward pass. That looks the indication. Well, they want the trainer to come on, whether there's a touch of the old claret, as Steve O would say, on Kevin Pape's face. But it's a scrum down. Kitchen to feed. As the judge Saints have knocked on, but Saints kicked that ball. It touched a Workington Town man and came back, and I thought it should have been play on. But it doesn't matter what I think. The man from Wigan in the middle makes the decisions, doesn't he? Town keep it going. Mackenzie. That's a good tackle there from Perolini. Busby was in there as well. Palmada, the loose forward. Mackenzie again, brings it right. Roland Phillips. Saints urged to get back on side by referee Connolly. Billy McGinty runs out wide. Last one of the sequence with Town trailing by 2. And 30 metres from their own line. Bobby Golding closed Kitchen down, but Kitchen puts the tester. And it's too deep this time. Those are certainly the right tactics from Town, aren't they? Put the high ball up, try to put pressure on the opposition. It paid off the first time they did it. Unfortunately, the kick for Town that time was too deep. Saints build up. Andy Leatham Dean Busby releases it. Saint spread it. Lofted ball. Bad ball too. Unfortunately, Carl Hammond he apologises to Anthony Sullivan. Suppose the idea was right, but the execution wasn't. Scrum down, Kitchen feeds. Even though Marwood has 7 on his back, Kitchen has been doing the scrum half job. Town moving it right. Marwood looking for runners. Mrs. McGinty out. Comes on to Logan Campbell. Inside again, Marwood, Kitchen. Yes, it certainly was a forward pass onto prop forward there, Gary Schubert. The popular side faithful here at Nosey Road picked it up. It's a pity the referee didn't. But Town moved the ball right across field and forced into touch just outside the Saints 20. 8 points to 6 to score halfway through this first half. Wind getting up a little bit here at Nosey Road. In fact, the weather forecast given out for frost through midweek, so we'll have to make sure the ground's taken care of for next Sunday's tie against Halifax in the Regal Trophy quarter-finals. Saints have the possession. Joint turns in the tackle, slips it to Cunningham. Town certainly competing in this first 20. Danny Arnold breaks quickly from out in half. Looking for support, there is Arnold. Logan Campbell in along with Billy McGinty. Saints spread it cross field. Fogarty straightens up. Carl Hammond running with him. Golding. Short chip. Hammond chasing. Pressure on Johnson. Oh, didn't he do well? Turned as the defenders were coming up. Broke out of the tackle and Town keep it moving. Schubert, good run from Schubert. Onto Kitchen, now with Mackenzie. Perolini homes in on him, brings him to earth. Town making good 20 metres there. Colin Armstrong. He's taken down. And Town move it right. Trailing 8 points to 6. Fawcett just brought down short of the 20. Palmada tried to exploit a gap in the Saints defence. Last one of the sequence. Marwood up. The kick to Kitchen. Well, it was going to Kitchen. Offside there was McGinty, but Saints came up with possession. Looking for an error on this slippy surface. Joey Hayes pushes the first man off. Good 15-metre run. Well, second tackler there coming in on Hayes. Newlove gets out of a high one. Slips a lovely ball to Sullivan. Sullivan will give his man space. Sullivan round his man. Breaks out of the tackle. And he's in again for another 4-pointer. Super try by Sullivan. And Newlove is the cry. Slipped a lovely ball out of the back door, didn't he? Saints brought that ball from their own 20-metre area. It was brought over to the left. It went to Newlove. He broke out of what I would consider a high tackle. Got up, slipped a lovely ball to Newlove. Slipped it to Sullivan, and Sullivan rounded the fullback like the class wingman that he is. Mark Johnson came across. He looked as though he had the measure of Sullivan, but Sullivan, a new lease of life this season, brushed the tackle of Johnson off and went in for the 4-pointer. Bobby Golding made the suitable adjustment, and only just two, hasn't he? He gets his first of the afternoon in off the right-hand post. Another 6 points to the Saints, which gives them the lead of 14 points to 6. Sullivan's 18th try for the Saints this season, and Bobby Golding's 73rd goal. the Saints. Plus 13 for Great Britain and a drop goal. And Sullivan 4 for Wales. And the tally goes on, doesn't it? 24 minutes have elapsed. Saints in the lead by 14 points to 6. Terrible conditions, but obviously Saints are moving it over here, trying to play to this left wing partnership of Newlove and Sullivan. And he blended in well then. We know he's a class player, this Newlove. A lot of pressure on his shoulders, but when they get out there on the park, they forget about all this pressure. Well, the referee there going in, penalising Town, an infringement at the tackle at the play of the ball. Saints with the penalty. 5 metres inside the Town half. Leatham losing possession on the first tackle. Ball like a bar of soap, obviously. Johnson, is it that comes through, the fullback? No, it's Kitchen, the halfback. McGinty again, taken by Newlove. Pape at dummy half. Marwood, short ball there. Logan Campbell. Leatham in there with Cunningham. 2 youngsters in at the tackle. And you'll have pressure for Newlove, pressure for Leatham. Fill it in where Bernard Dwyer has gone. The ball released in the tackle, and Town keep it going. Marwood, good running, good support there from Palmada, but the pass ruled forward. Well, it didn't look too bad from our angle, but the referee was well positioned. And the media, the host of cameras that are amassed round the ground looking for snaps of Paul Newlove in his debut match here at Nosey Road, and his debut for the Saints. Hammond still has to inject himself here at St Helens. A lot expected of Hammond. Newlove from acting half. Well, that was a high one, wasn't it, by Schubert? We've got to take care of our investments, and let's hope the officials take care of our investments as well. As Busby moves it out, taken there on the far side by Northey. Another class centre is Northey, and with Gibbs out. So it's a difficult headache for Eric Hughes, obviously, when all his men are fully fit. Last tackle of the sequence, Saints in possession. Busby going on his own on the last tackle, puts it back to Perolini. Perolini chips it for the corner, the chase is on. And Perolini follows it up. Well, is the tackle completed? It must have been. The man runs away. The referee's already under the sticks. We've seen that been penalised before, haven't we? Perolini did well. Busby, whether he didn't read it right or not, he took it on his own on the last tackle. Then he slipped it back after he was tackled to Perolini. Perolini chipped it. Johnson had to cover it in the in-goal area. Perolini followed him up, and now Town have to drop out from between the sticks, and Northey, look at the power, the determination on that lad's face as he drives the ball upfield. Cunningham now from acting half, created a hole in the Workington defence, gives the dummy, takes it up to the 20. Super running from Kieran Cunningham. Hammond again. Arnold was looking for that little slip ball. Golding now taking charge. Newlove. Oh, Newlove struggling to get there, but Logan Campbell did well, took him well. Fogarty from dummy half. Is Fogarty in? I think he is. The referee's looking, he must be. Super work from Big Adam. Fogarty in for his 5th of the season. Teed up on that plastic tee. Looking to pop the extras on. Oh, that's a perfect one, isn't it? Superb kick. Saints edge out into a 20 points to 6 lead. Good work by the Saints. went behind in the 9th minute when Town came up with their only score of the afternoon at present, a Fawcett try after a lost ball by Saints fullback David Lyon. But then Saints put the gas pedal down. I think the rain may have relented a little bit. It looks as though it's brightening up a touch, but a lot of rain's come down. The pitch in excellent condition, as I said before. Credit to Neil Holding and his ground staff. Tries for a high tackle on the far side by Vince Fawcett on Joey Hayes, and Fawcett in again with the second row, Colin Armstrong on Hayes again for a second bite of the cherry. The ball loose. The referee waves play on. Hammond into space. Saints overlap on the left. It's Danny Arnold. Danny Arnold gives the dummy. Arnold scoots away. Oh, super try. And what a try for Danny Arnold. His second of the season. And that was a pearler, wasn't it? Great work there by the Saints. They broke again from deep, brought it up to this left side. Johnny Arnold linking up in the back line. He had Anthony Sullivan on his left. It would have given Sullivan his hat-trick if he'd have given him, but obviously Town were a bit short of manpower for another 6 points when Bobby Golding pops this one between the uprights. 26 points to 6 will be the score. There we go, no problem. Great try by Arnold. Good player, great player coming through the ranks is Arnold. And he'll fit in well. Saints have the possession again, and we know what they can do with it as Cunningham moves it over. Arnold again heavily involved. Saints with 5 tries on the board, and Fogarty coming through and clattered a little bit there. Chris Joint trying to exploit the gaps in the Town defence. 26-6 the score. 8 minutes of the first half still to go. And Saints move it left again. Lofted ball. Anthony Sullivan into Newlove. Newlove pushes 2 off. Releases it to Dean Busby. The lofted ball just slowed Anthony Sullivan's progress down a little. A reverse angle kick by Golding. Chris Joint was there, and Joint and Sullivan complete the tackle. Town looking to introduce a substitution, and I think it's Rafael Filippo going to be introduced. Town move it left. Vince Fawcett. Filippo comes on now for Billy McGinty. "34 minutes gone, and Town putting the ball downfield." Oh, it is Gary Schubert, I beg your pardon. I thought it was Billy McGinty. Scrum down. Saints head and feed. 10 metres for the Saints line. Safe hands is going to be paramount. Both sides have lost quite a bit of possession, obviously down to the weather conditions. Apollo Perolini, well, he juggles with it, just as it was on about the handling errors and the conditions. But Joey Hayes, 3-man Town tackle. Filippo, one of them there. The Saints make yardage. Colin Armstrong just taking a knock. Cunningham scampers away, pushes Filippo off. 10 metres from the halfway line, last tackle of the sequence. Saints in possession. Bobby Golding puts it deep. Will it find touch? Will it go touch in goal? Oh, it's got to be played. Johnson has to play it. Saints will be up there in force. They'd be hoped to hold him up. He did well there, Johnson. He knew he had to go low. Now it's Kevin Pape. McGinty. Fawcett attacked in half. Short ball there to Logan Campbell. Did well, broke out of the tackle. But didn't get past Newlove. And Andy Leatham and Carl Hammond in there. Quickly. Filippo. Last one of the sequence for Town. 5 minutes to the interval. Saints in the lead, 26 points to 6. Marwood puts a tester down, putting a little pressure on Anthony Sullivan, but the ball finds touch 2 metres from the corner flag, and a scrum will be formed 10 metres in and 10 metres away from the Saints line, with Bobby Golding to feed. Both sets of forwards just getting back slowly. And Saints well beaten in the pack on Wednesday evening. Just couldn't get their act together as Golding comes away with possession. Bobby Golding very rarely has a bad game. He led by example on Wednesday, but it just wasn't to be. That's history. Let's get on with it. Leeds got butchered as well on Wednesday. So both Leeds and St Helens, who hope to make headway on the old pie eaters for the championship, losing out there on Wednesday evening. And as we know, the pie eaters down in the capital tonight. Chris Joynt. Arnold linking up well from the full-back position. Class lad, this Arnold. Bobby Golding puts it down. It touches Chris Joynt. It was accidental. I don't think it touched Chris Joynt. It came to Town. Kitchen, the man in possession. Roland Phillips. Well tackled, but well got away, Phillips. Just got an arm free, released possession. It's now with Fawcett. Phillips just getting up a little slowly from that tackle. Armstrong, Fawcett along the line. Palmada looking to break the tackle and release the ball to the Town runners. Town move it right, 5 men on the right. Marwood, McGinty, inside to Campbell, back to McGinty. Well, it was going to McGinty. It was intercepted. Well anticipated there by Carl Hammond. Well, who has possession? Saints have possession. The tackle count waved clean. Nearly caught. Napping there, the Saints, and Carl Hammond did well. Andy Leatham drives it up. Sullivan from dummy half. No way through there, Anthony. And the man is supposed to roll away. Roland Phillips didn't on that occasion. Apollo Perolini knocked it forward. Bounces the ball down in disgust. But a lot of handling errors. Logan Campbell being treated. Looks as though he's winded. And the referee Connolly wants blood wiping from somebody's face in the pack there. Is it Colin Armstrong? No, Roland Phillips, I think, the man that's going to be treated. But the score is 26 points to 6 in Saints' favour. We're a minute of normal time in the first half remaining, plus any stoppage time. The score, as I said, 26 points to 6. Town with possession from the scrum. Marwood out. Johnson linking up. Arnold, his counterpart now, with David Lyon being replaced. Makes the tackle. Filippo. Mackenzie attacked in half. Armstrong running out wide. Lovely ball there. Town keep it going. Fawcett. Leeds three-quarter. Moves it well and finds possession and position in the Saints 20. Armstrong now. McGinty, I think that is. 10 metres short of the Saints line. Well, there's the half-time hooter. 10 seconds of added time. Now stoppage time has been played. And a blistering first half. Northey opened the scoring in the 5th minute with a try. Then Fawcett, he got a try after a mistake by the Saints. In the 9th minute, that was goal by Marwood, and then it was all Saints for the rest of the 40. 2 from Sullivan, 1 from Fogarty, and a brilliant try from Arnold there after selling the Town. An outrageous dummy. Golding with 3 goals. The half-time here at Nosey Road. Saints 26, Town 6. Back with you now for the second half of this Stone Centenary Championship game. Saints and Workington. Saints in the lead 26-6 at half-time. We will get well mention here for Stan Bagshaw Senior, one of our older spectators. I hope you don't mind me saying that, Stan. Probably the first home match you've missed since Adam was a lad. But I know you're in D1 Whiston. Get well soon, and we'll soon have you back on the terraces here at Nosey Road or in the stand or wherever you go. You'll be able to watch the video of Newlove's debut. And he's not shaped so bad, has he, so far? But the half-time score, 26-6. 5 tries and 3 goals. Substitute on there, number 14, for the start of the second half. Saints kick it off. Workington in the possession. Penrice. So it's Penrice at 14. Obviously different than what we were given by the coach. Obviously a change of plan. Armstrong, short ball off Phillips. Taken down by Fogarty. Mackenzie, Palmader. No doubt words of wisdom from Kurt Sorensen. An excellent competitor in his own right. Armstrong gets away again. It touches a Saints player. So Town coming away with it there. 2 back to the cherry and just get the rub of the green this time. Touched Apollo, went in touch. Kitchen feeds. Marwood tries to duck under the tackle of Busby, but no way through for him. Kitchen at dummy half. Town are spreading it. Phillips. Very placid in the first 40, Phillips. Usually a bloke that gives his all and causes havoc in the defence. Oh, good ball there. Fawcett in for his second. Good work there by Filippo as Town moved it out to the left. And Saints caught on the hop there. 1 minute, just over 1 minute has gone on the clock. Fawcett in for his second. But Town moved it up. They were fortunate in as much as they got 2 back to the cherry. They kicked the ball through, it came back. It was waved on. Armstrong kicked it again. It hit Perolini, went into touch from the resulting scrum, which was fed by Town. They came up with possession. It went centre field. Then it was turned to the left and moved back. And a lovely crisp pass from Filippo. Put Fawcett into a big hole. And he shouldn't have much problem, should he? Well positioned there. 15 metres out and 15 metres in. Strikes it. Well, it's gone to the right. My word. I must have put the kiss of death on him. Who's gone on? So Saints there losing ground a little. 26 points to 10. Fawcett in for a brace. Well, loose ball there. Surely that was a knock forward. But the referee allowing play to go on. He said the ball's gone back. Town have possession. They've started off well. Words of wisdom from Kurt Sorensen, and Town spreading it. Fawcett again. Northey in for the tackle, and Penrice took a knock. McGinty, Town running it well, moving upfield, Kitchen on the outside, Fawcett was there with him, Town spread it, centre field. Filippo turns in the tackle, up to the Saints 20. Palmada now with Marwood, chips it for the corner. There's too much beef on that, isn't there? Saints will restart from the centre of the 20. Penrice here just being treated. Just must have gone over on his ankle as he came up with the play. But Saints have the possession. They lead 26-10. Perolini. Some solid tackling. Fawcett and Filippo in. Cunningham brings it blindside. Cunningham again. Puts the gas pedal down. Running Johnson to beat. He's running into trouble, is Kieran. He makes 30 metres and Saints score again. Well, loose play. Tidied up by Newlove. On the far side. Oh, that's a spear tackle. That's dangerous tackling, that. And somebody could be walking here. That is a dangerous tackle. The man's going to be put on report, at the least. Logan Campbell, he being read the riot act. Well, that man is very, very lucky to get away with that. He's been put on report by the referee, but he is extremely lucky that he hasn't gone down the tunnel for the early bath. Fogarty now comes in for a big hit. Filippo the man. Cunningham a dummy half. Inside to Bobby Golding. No interception. Danny Arnold doing the chasing and Arnold's making headway on Logan Campbell. Arnold will bring him down. Oh, it's a superb tackle by Arnold. A try-saving tackle right on the try line. The Saints have got to get back in numbers. Well, it's knocked forward. And the Saints go over there and they congratulate Arnold. And what a great run from this fullback, the Saints fullback. Everybody else was beaten for pace and Arnold come across field, covered more yardage. And I'm sure it was Logan Campbell, the man there, that was caught. And caught in good style too. Anthony Sullivan. He plays it. Perolini makes forward progress. McGinty and Armstrong, second row combine. Big hit from Filippo there on Dean Busby. Chris Joint rounds his man, gives the ball, a lovely ball to Sullivan. Sullivan down the wing again, turns it in field. Oh, Saints in for another try. Carl Hammond, I think it is. Super work there by the Saints. That's the score that they needed. Carl Hammond, the man with the try. After 7 minutes of the second half, just what the Saints needed. After Town getting a score by Fawcett, opening the Saints defence in the first minute of the second period. Golding with the conversion. The touch judges like it. Number 32-10 now. .32-10 the score. Town kick-off. Northey takes it. Let's hope he's fully recovered after that bout of flu. It's a bout of flu that went through quite a lot of the team, a lot of the players. Another one there, Joey Hayes, that wasn't fully fit at Sheffield. Oh, good running again. Arnold linking up from the full-back position. Is it? No, it's Leatham, I beg your pardon, on that occasion. But Arnold links up well at every available opportunity. Andy Leatham there doing the spade work. And Town make another substitution as Chris Joint, the lining up, and Joint gives him a pearler of a dummy. And that's a superb try from international second rower Chris Joint. Golding right from in front of the sticks. Slots it over. Another 6 points to the Saints. 38 points to 10. Chris Morley's just come on. I didn't quite see who'd gone off. And Town have also made a substitution. Number 17 coming on for them. Mike Bethwaite, I think different than the details we were given before. Joey Hayes trying to scamper away, trying to push his way past Penrice, but Penrice pushes him down again. Saints build up again with Chris Morley on. And breaking through again is Kieran Cunningham. Ollie Johnson to beat, he sidesteps. Support there from Fogarty. Fogarty's over. Fogarty's in for his second. Put that down to Cunningham. Fogarty, the try scorer, is going to be replaced with the scores 42 points to 10. Morley is going to be introduced.
Substitution number 8, Adam Fogarty going after a play by number 16, Chris Morley.
Running like a three-quarter there was Fogarty, but obviously Eric Hughes got the substitutes at his beck and call, if we can say that, and handsomely in the lead at 42 points to 10. And introducing the lads, obviously give the forwards a rest. Fogarty and Leatham worked extremely hard. Ian Pickavant's there, been out for a game or two with a niggly injury. Busby, well, hand between the legs again, McGinty, and that's foul play, and the touch judge right on at the far side, and going to McGinty saying, who, me? Roland Phillips is ushered away, but that is, yes, in between the legs is the indication, and that's foul play. Bethwaite has come on for Mackenzie. The straight swap there, straight swap Phil Mackenzie and Bethwaite. Saints looking to score at will. Oh, lovely ball there. Chipped up from Cunningham to Bobby Golding. Now it's with Paul Newlove. Newlove again, wriggling, twisting, turning, releases it to Joint. Saints spread it to Busby. Busby running for the posts. Philippo, one of the tacklers there, along with Roland Phillips and Colin Armstrong. A lot of mauling at the play of the ball, but Saints looking to open this defence again as Golding kicks it through. Too deep this time. Anthony Sullivan couldn't take it. The idea was right. The execution just wasn't on that occasion. 7,014 people here this afternoon to see Paul Newlove's debut. It'll be well documented in the press, the papers, the television. the world record transfer of Paul Newlove to St Helens. Mackenzie, Phillips, Armstrong, lofted ball. Can Saints capitalise on it? It's loose. Well, that wasn't a knock-on, not in the memory of man, that wasn't a knock-on. Penrice was facing his own post and he knocked it back to him. I know the popular side faithful below me cried for a knock-on, and that obviously helped with the touch judge's decision, but I don't think it was correct. But we'll accept the scrum, won't we? Breakthrough there, Hammond. Arnold was on his left, he was a fair distance away. Now Golding, out to Busby, out to Northey, I beg your pardon. And Sage running rampant, it's out to Sullivan. Sullivan with just a run in there in the corner, and Sullivan in for his hat-trick. The ball flicked up well as the man was tackled. And Sage running red hot. 16 minutes of the second half have gone. Right on the 20-metre line. Will it drift in? Oh, the answer's yes. In off the post. They all count, don't they? 2 in off the post this afternoon. Apollo Perolini. Town come in and try and smother him. $48 points to 10. Kieran Cunningham full of running this afternoon. Town bottom of the Premier Division, and unfortunately they're going to stay there with this defeat. 48-10 at present, and another 22 minutes to go. Saints post a high one. The ball comes back off a Saints player into a Town pair of hands. Palmada is the man with the possession. Colin Armstrong now. Block busting forward, Armstrong releases it to Marwood. Marwood moves it over to the right. Marwood again, trying to inject some pace. Phillips holding the ball up, but Morley comes in, but he gets it away to Marwood. Good work from Phillips. Looked sharper in this second 40. The tackle completed at the second bite by Busby. Filippo puts it upfield. Easy enough for Danny Arnold, and he starts off blistering pace, as you know. He moves it over to the left. Sullivan gets the ball. Oh, Sullivan in acres of space, and he's got a touchdown for his fourth, right behind the sticks. Oh, doesn't he like that? Bobby Golding's there with him. Great try from the Saints. 90 metres in full. He played well this afternoon, Sullivan. What about Arnold since he came on to replace David Lyon after 12 minutes? Scored one himself, put Sullivan in there for a pearler, and played exceedingly well. Saints break the half century, 54 points now to 10. Ten tries, 7 goals, 54 points. Town takes it on the run and takes it well. And a cluster of players that must be vying for the Man of the Match award. And Morley breaks through again. Penrice has him. He did well there, did Penrice. He took him well. Morley did the spade work. Now it's Pickavance. Just losing his foot in Ian Pickavance. He had Busby on his left. Golding. Joint back to Golding. Golding spreads it again. Good work there. Cunningham. Ian Pickavance couldn't take it. The ball's gone back. The referee says play on. Busby gives the dummy, gives it to Norby. Norby to Joey Hayes. Hayes still in the field of play. Turns it back to Perolini. Saints keep it going. Basketball stuff, isn't it? Holding again. Saints moving crossfield. Newland looking for his first goal. It went on the far side to Arnold. He couldn't take it. Phil Waring looking to be introduced for the last 17 minutes, just stripping off on the touchline. Town with head and feet at the scrum. They have the possession. They're certainly up against the Kosh, or up the Kosh this afternoon. 54-10 the trail, but Johnson goes through. Oh, lovely ball there. Town keep it going. Logan Campbell just losing his footing. Gets up after being on the deck. It comes to Armstrong and Saints tackling. Holds firm. Town want to play it quickly. It's been reached back. It's been struck by the Saints. It's been heeled back. That withstood all the pressure. Super work there. Anthony Sullivan, I think, the man that came in and reaped that ball back, struck at it when the ball was on the ground. Safe Saints blushes as Town had a four-man overlap on their left. And Joey Hayes just can't get through. Time and time again, he's pummeled himself into this Town defence. Cunningham again, runs well. Last one of the sequence. Saints in possession. Golding puts it downfield. Johnson will have to field it unless it runs dead. Oh, it's just hung in the field of play. Or just run dead now. 15 minutes remaining. 54 points to 10 the score. Waring now going to be introduced into the game in place of Dean Busby. Town have the possession. McGinty. Now the substitution is made. Dean Busby's run well. Phil Waring comes on to replace him. Roland Phillips, well clamped by Waring, but Phillips gets it away. Palmada. He moves it to the right. Johnson. Twice in the last few minutes, Town have moved upfield, come within a whisker of scoring. All forward pass, a mile forward. The touch judge helping the referee on that occasion. That was a correct decision. Got a couple of hundred in the popular side. Just helping the referee there. That was the correct decision. Head and feet to Saints from this scrum. Golding, Waring, and Dinardi. Oh, tried to release it. Well, and Town knock on. So is it 2 knock-ons he's given? Yes, he is. He'll give a feed to Workington this time. And Dinardi did well. Tried to release it. The idea was right. Just didn't come off. Dean Marwood. Town have the possession. They're making yardage. The 10 metres inside the Saints half. Filippo whirling round the top, Morley round the legs. Bill McKenzie from acting half. Thought he'd gone off before, but we think it's Kitchen, the man that's replaced. Town awarded a penalty for an infringement at the play of the ball. Bethwaite taken by Whirring. Marwood attacked in half. Left side ploy. Fawcett attacked in half. He's looking for his hat-trick. The ball's loose. Saints have the possession. Just can't get it right when they get up to the Saints try line. Can Town? And Joey Hayes comes through. Wrestled to the ground by Bethwaite and penalised for his trouble. Perolini just short of the halfway. 13 minutes left on the clock. 54-10 the score. Pick of Ants couldn't take it. Whirring tidied it up. Phil Whirring coming back crossfield, trying to draw the defence in. Gets clattered for his trouble by Fawcett. Didn't make a yard of forward impetus there. Armstrong and Fawcett in again on Joey Hayes. Hammond loses control as McGinty comes in. Filippo picks up the loose ball. McKenzie on to Palmada, quickly rattled to the ground by Whirring and Perolini. McGinty running out wide, draws the defence in. Northey, excellent tackler Northey, in with a shoulder, bounces his man down. Loving it is Andy Northey, laughing as he comes up. Bethwaite loses control, Morley snaps up the loose ball. Saints spread it left, in Pickavance. Out to the tackle, slips one out to the back door. Saints keep it going, Morley juggles with it. Manages to hold on to it. 10 metres inside the Town half. The Saints spectators wanting more. 54 points on the scoreboard as Cunningham breaks free. Just as his ankle's tapped. Phillips did well. Hammond looking for a way through. Golding and Whirring with the loop movement. Newell, is it on the far side? Golding again, chips it for the corner. Town come up with it. Little lull in the game now as Armstrong for Town, 30 metres from his own line. McKenzie again, McGinty, Fawcett. Saints tackling, holding firm. Town unable to lock this virtually tight Saints defence. Famous last words. McKenzie scampers away, but the ball had been lost. Scrum down, Saints feed, more or less on the centre spot. A home tie again. It seems an age since we've been here. We've had about seven away games. We've just had one game against Halifax in the league here at Nosey Road. We play them again next Sunday in the Regal Trophy. Paul Newlove looking for a bit of the action. Whirring brings it blindside, well taken by Andy Northey. Off his bootlaces there. Very quiet now, the atmosphere. Chris Joint up to the 20. Cunningham attacked in half. Joey Hayes on the right wing. Bad ball from Cunningham, tidied up by Golding. Perellini takes it well and then loses possession. Tried to unload it quickly. It's their own worst enemy on that occasion. Bethwaite, good run, gets the ball away to Mackenzie. The ball knocked down by Anthony Sullivan, charge down, it's going to be a knock on. Just slow it down a little if it's not been slow already. It's certainly gone very quiet. Marwood will feed. Town with possession. Arnold in on his counterpart, Johnson. No, it's not Johnson that time, I beg your pardon, Logan Campbell. Town have the possession. The trail, 54-10, 8 minutes remaining. Town spread it, it's with Fawcett. Fawcett turns it back inside to Phillips. Phillips to Filippo. Good handling there, Mackenzie. Phillips again. Can't slip it out on that occasion. One of the rare occasions he's been brought down in possession. Marwood. The last tackle of this sequence. Town there. Put it high. It's still the sixth tackle. Logan Campbell. He puts a tester up now. It's into space. There's not many Saints players there. Is it all on? Was it knocked forward by Carl Hammond? Is it the turnover? Well, I thought Carl Hammond had got a hand to it there and it came towards the Workington posts. So Saints may be a little fortunate. As Chris Morley comes through, 10 valuable metres forward. Pick a Vance. Cunningham scampers away, 10 metres, inside the town half, and Cunningham hits the straps. Support there. A bad pass though, it must be said. Support from Sullivan, looking for his fifth. That was a bad pass. But support a little slow coming through. We know what Cunningham's like from the acting half-back position. Yeah, Sullivan, man of the match. I thought it could be very hard not to choose him, especially with him scoring 4 tries.
Don't forget next Sunday's match versus Halifax, the Regal Trophy quarter-final.
Always a difficult choice, maybe for the man of the match, unless there is an outstanding player. Sullivan has been outstanding this afternoon, gone in for 4 tries, but some sterling work from a lot of players in the Saints side. It's been a team performance at the end of the day. Saints come up with possession. Good work there. Young Waring snaffled in on that loose ball. Joint rounds the man, gives it to Newlove. Newlove's on his way. Oh, he's just short. Is that a try? What's the referee ruling? Oh, it's a try. It's a try, all right. Momentum took him over. Newlove is the call. He pointed to the spot. Maybe a brave decision. Maybe a brave decision by the referee, but he was right on the job there. Whether it shows up better on your video, we don't know. He'll be the judge, but it not matter what you think. It's just the same as me. I slow it down. I put it on slow speed, slow motion. But the try's been awarded. It's on the board. It's in the papers tomorrow, and it's another 4 points to the Saints. 58-10. Looking for the 60. Is it there? It's waved away. 4 minutes left on the clock. Saints' 11th try of the afternoon, that I think. Yes, Newlove with the 11th Saints try, and his first one for the Saints. 58-10. Marwood will restart from the centre spot. Low kick. Cunningham will take it. Cunningham's played out of his skin. In fact, they've all played out of the skin this afternoon. It's been a 17-man team performance. Northey. Cunningham again. Oh, he's exploited numerous gaps in the town defence this afternoon. Pickavance. Quite a few people were drifting off with 10 minutes to go, and if they have, they've missed record signing Paul Newlove's debut try for the Saints as Parolini pushes him off left and right. Last one of the sequence. Well, that was a yard forward as the ball was put through. Well, he got it right on the second time. He missed the first one. The first one, well, it could have been penalised for offside, that pass from Cunningham. Well, the referee didn't pick it up, but he picked one up there, another forward pass, as the Saints looked as though they was going in for a try, deep in the town 20. That wasn't half as bad as the one earlier. But yes, quite a few spectators may have missed Paul Newlove's try, but it'll be well highlighted, well documented, won't it? 58-10 the score. 2 minutes of normal time remaining. And Town there, a bad pass from Mackenzie to McGinty, I think it was. Phillips. Marwood looking to loft a pass over to Penrice. He lost control of it. Phil Waring wraps him up. He puts it on to Johnson. Waring comes in again for the tackle. Certainly not a lot of idea of Town. Catalogue of errors. They scored in the 9th minute in the first half with a Fawcett try. That was goal by Marwood. They scored in the first minute of the second half. That was unconverted. Fawcett again. And that's their only points, the 10 points for this afternoon's effort. Phillips again, drawing the defence in, looking to slip it out. He's still holding that ball there. Excellent forward, Phillips, but been very quiet in the first 40. Come to life a bit in the second. Logan Campbell chips it deep. It's going to be too deep. It's going to run dead. Sullivan was covering, Arnold was covering. There's the final hooter. Well, bang on the 40 minutes. 58 points to 10, the final score. Half-time 26-6. As I said, Workington opened the scoring, and then it was all Saints again. Hammond, Joint, Fogarty, 2 from Sullivan. The final try from Newlove on his debut. Handshakes all round. 2 valuable points for the Saints. Chris Joint applauding the crowd there as the Saints go off. What a well-earned 2 points, a good performance, excellent debut for Paul Newlove. Saints at home next Sunday against Halifax in the Regal. You've been with Mike on video. Join us next week. The final score, 58-10.